These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all these on Reddit. Number 1, the Russian dead hand. Now I already hear you saying it. What's the Russian dead hand? Well, the Russian dead hand is an extremely realistic end to the Earth as we know it. If Russia's government ever gets overthrown or they detect a nuclear threat, they have a protocol called the Russian dead hand. This protocol will essentially send out nuclear warheads all across the world. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you why that would be bad. Number 2, Yellowstone. Now chances are, even if you're not from America, you know what Yellowstone is. It's a volcano that we have out here in America that's been dormant for years. And we need to thank our lucky stars that it's dormant, and here's why. If Yellowstone were to go off in the explosive fashion that scientists are expecting it to, it would force us into an ice age. This massive explosion would cover the skies in ash, thus cooling down Earth itself, and sending us into an ice age. And if this were to happen, scientists suspect that about 85% of humanity across the globe would cease to exist. And the reason why this is so scary is the fact that it could happen at any moment. And finally, we have Point Nemo. Now this one doesn't have anything specifically scary about it, but it's still terrifying to think of. Point Nemo is the farthest point away from land on Earth. Quite literally the middle of the ocean. There's actually a lot of stories about planes and aircrafts that mysteriously crashed right above Point Nemo. Now whether it's because it's cursed or whatever the case may be, nobody knows. But because this point is so far away from land, we know so little about it. And something about that doesn't sit right with me. Now if you didn't like hearing those, I'm sorry, but that's why